Hello Identity V players! This is a video about Identity V crossover concepts. Today I'll be talking about a potential crossover with Avatar: The Last Airbender. Of course, this crossover will most likely never happen because Avatar is an American property. However, it's still fun to think about. So yeah, I'll start with presenting each character with skin concepts, and I'll say which Identity V characters will get the skin. And for the entire crossover, I believe the skins would be from an essence and it would not be a shop for crossover. First off, we have Avatar Aang. He can manipulate air and all of the other elements, water, earth, and fire, because he's the Avatar. Because he's the Avatar, he would be the S tier in the crossover essence. Even though he has a lot of crossover skins, I believe that he would best suit Acrobat or Mike Morton. Acrobat has 3 different bombs that he can throw on the ground to not only gain distance from the hunter, but also to negatively affect hunters, such as slowing them down, disabling their abilities, etc. Since he's an S tier, whenever he would use his abilities, it would look like he's airbending to boost in the air. His showroom animation could be him going into the Avatar state and demonstrating the elements. I would also give him a matching shop S tier accessory, the Bison Whistle. In the series, Aang uses his bison whistle to call his sky bison Appa. When wearing this accessory, the sticky bomb is replaced by a ball of water, or it can be water tribe themed, and the effects when throwing the sticky bomb are just water bending. Same thing for the nitro bomb being replaced by earth, and the fire bomb being replaced by, you guessed it, fire. Also, it would be cool if the bending effects looked like how they looked in Avatar 1's era, because they are beautiful in Avatar 1's era. Next up is Aang's love interest, Katara. Katara is a master waterbender and an amazing healer, so because of her healing abilities, I would cast her as Doctor or Emily Dyer. Emily can quickly heal herself and other people, making her the best healer in the game. She, along with the rest of the skins, would be an A tier, and she wouldn't have any costume effects other than her syringe being water tribe themed. Her showroom animation could be her demonstrating waterbending, specifically the scene in the Southern Raiders where she takes control of the rain droplets to showcase her power, or it could be something involving her water octopus, or something involving her mother's necklace. I also gave her a matching shop S tier accessory, Katara's water skin, or you can just call it water skin. Katara holds her water that she uses to bend in that pouch, so I thought it would fit for her accessory. The accessory would change her healing animation to look like she's healing somebody or herself with water bending, and I got like the animation idea just because of Firefly's matching accessory, and I want it so bad. On to Katara's brother, Sokka. Sokka's a non-bender, which is somebody who can't bend any element at all. He's a great swordsman and a master strategist. This is probably like the worst pick here, but I didn't know who else to pick. I would give Sokka to Batter or Ganji Gupta, because Ganji has a cricket bat, so I would just replace that with Sokka's space sword, even though that sounds really dumb, and his cricket balls could just be water tribe theme ball. Sokka's showroom animation could be him demonstrating his swordman skills, or maybe something involving the Day of Black Sun. Unlike the other skins in this concept, he would not have a matching accessory. And the final skin for this essence, or part 1, is none other than the greatest earthbender in the world, Toph Beifong. Even though she's blind, she's an excellent earthbender. She trained with badger moles to get where she is today. I would give her to the Mind's Eye because of her ability. The Mind's Eye, just like Toph, her ability is almost identical to Toph's seismic sense. Whenever the Mind's Eye taps her cane on the ground, she's able to highlight the position of the hunter for all teammates. Toph, on the other hand, actually uses her feet to see. She's able to use the vibrations to tell who all is around her. Toph's showroom animation would either be her metal bending out of the cage in season 2, metal bending an entire door to make it her armor, or something involving the earthbending tournament. I would also give her an S tier shop accessory, the Earthbender belt. She got that belt while participating in underground earthbending tournaments under the alias the Blind Bandit. The accessory would change her ability animation to mimic Toph's stomping to better enable her seismic sense. Because there are also pets in Identity V, I would put 2 pets in this crossover. Both would be A tier pets and available in the shop, similar to Monomi from the Super Danganronpa 2 crossover. They would also both cost fragments, so you wouldn't have to pay any money. And of course, the 2 animal companions I'm talking about are Appa and Momo. Just like Cinema Roll from the Hello Kitty crossover, Appa would be able to fly around the player, and Momo would follow the player around. Both would cost 3,188 fragments or 888 echoes each. As for the other rewards from the Essence, there would also be multiple sprays of each character and sprays for each nation's element symbol. Characters like Aang, Katara, Sokka, Toph, Appa, Momo, previous avatars, and Suki would get profile pictures. Each character would also have their own emotes. Acrobat would have an emote of Aang on his air scooter, Doctor would have an emote of Katara learning to waterbend, Battle would have an emote of Sokka drinking cactus juice because I had to include it, I mean why not, and the Mind's Eye would have an emote of Toph making an earth tent around her, or something else. Also, like maybe there'd be an event where logging in over the course of 7 days would give you fragments, clues, portrait frames for each element that would go in order of the avatar cycle, and on the 7th day you would get a portrait frame with each element represented, and it would kind of look like the alchemy event portrait frame. So that's everything I've thought for this potential crossover. I love both Avatar and Identity V, so I'm glad I made this video to share my concepts. If anyone sees this, leave suggestions for crossover concepts in the comments below. Also, let me know if you would like a part 2 of this video and whether or not you would like the part 2 to involve more characters from Avatar or go straight to Legend of Korra. I also have other concepts planned, such as Pokemon, Danganronpa Ultra Despair Girls, and Splatoon. Thanks for watching and stay tuned!